Hey guys, so good to have you join us this afternoon for another Midday Manna. Can I just bring to you a word of encouragement from Psalms 139? And there's 3 points that I want to share with you. The first, God knows you and He knows your circumstances. The second is that God is with you in your circumstances. And the third is that God loves you in your circumstances, regardless of what you've done. Read with me from Psalm 139. We see in verse 1, to the choir master, a psalm of David. O Lord, you have searched me and known me. You know when I sit down and when I rise up, you discern my thoughts from afar. You search out my path and my lying down, and are acquainted with all my ways. Even before a word is on my tongue, behold, O Lord, you know altogether. You hem me in behind and before, and lay your hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me. It is high, I cannot attain it. I think what I love about this is that God knows everything about us. And despite knowing everything about us, He still loves us regardless. And it brings assurance as well that whatever we're facing, whatever we're feeling internally, especially in these circumstances, that God understands you and He knows what you're going through. Let me point you to the second point. God is with you. Verse 7. Where shall I go from your spirit, or where shall I flee from your presence? If I ascend to heaven, you are there. If I make my bed in Sheol, you are there. If I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there your hand shall lead me, and your right hand shall hold me. If I say, surely the darkness shall cover me, and the light about me is night, even the darkness is not dark to you. The night is bright as day, for darkness is as light with you. And I love the fact that regardless of where we think we are, regardless of how far we think we've gone, God is present with you and is there journeying with you during the season. Lastly, God loves you. From verse 13, for you formed my inward parts, you knitted me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works, my soul knows it very well. What we know is that if God didn't love you, He wouldn't have put so much thought into knitting you together. And I think that's so beautiful, that God would spend so much time forming you, constructing you, and to make you as beautiful as you are. Go to a person next to you and say that you are beautiful. You're a beautiful creation of God. And the fact that God will put so much thought just shows how much that He cares for you. So can I encourage you this afternoon that God is with you in your circumstances, that He's never left you, and that He understands you, and that He loves you so, so much. So I hope that encourages you, and share that with a friend, and I hope you have an amazing afternoon.